Morning. Alrighty. Ooh. Let's look at what's going down. Master's gone up, so I wonder if crypto is going up as well. Crypto is going down. What's up, Ursha? You're doing all right. Starting a little bit late today. I ideally want to get my sleep schedule back to like wake up at 6 a.m., which means I need to shift by a couple more hours. I bought some sleeping elixir stuff. You know, all these magic potion tonics. Because I have not been able to sleep, dude. Like I've fallen asleep at like 3 a.m. sort of thing. I tried all the things, glass of milk, sing a lullaby. You know. Anyways, you've got a new high hit here just on Bitcoin, right? And they're rejecting off the new high. Like, everyone wants to be a bull. I would love to be a bull too. Actually, I kind of, you know, I honestly, I love to tell people they're wrong, right? It's a lot of fun, and to know that I'm right, right? Like I am so good at crypto, so like I wish I was this good at day trading, because I would make shitloads of money. Yeah, I took melatonin and I took the sleep tonic last night, which is not melatonin. It's like chamomile and what's his other herb? Valerian root. Valerian root is amazing, dude. I've taken that stuff as tea before. Valerian root tea. It makes you feel like you're stoned without being stoned. Like, you know how your eyes get like your eyes get like heavy, like you're like really slow, and you know, it makes you feel like, but you're not stoned, right? I'm not really a big weed guy. I don't think weed would help you sleep either. I think it kind of just makes you fucking paranoid instead. It could knock you out, but not for good long term. Anyways, I wish I was as good fucking at day trading as I am at long term swing playing Bitcoin. Like, I fucking called every single move for the past like 5 years, dude. Every single fucking top and bottom, like to the T. But you know, maybe if I do Nasdaq for 10 years, I'll get that good too, because I've been doing Bitcoin for over a decade. Anyways, you know, the more likely scenario is we come down here, right? I do have some crypto right now in this range. I had been adding in this range just in case we come up, but I don't want to be too much in heavy here, right? This is the heavy spot, and then there should be a bounce, and then this is like the risk everything spot. Anyways, we can look at gold. Like intraday trading Bitcoin is just retarded. It makes no sense. So we only look at the higher time frames. Let's look at gold real quick. Yeah, yeah, like same thing kind of was happening yesterday and the days a couple before. And I want to just pull up for you guys because I want this to be a pretty useful, like, even if we're not trading, I want you guys to tune in every day so that you can learn, like how this shit works, right? So ideally, if you want to be the best trader, you want to be somebody who is, using fundamentals, right? And this tool, Edge Finder, it's crazy expensive. It's $1,400. So, this was really bullish yesterday, wasn't it? This tool is really expensive, and I imagine most of you guys can't afford $1,400. I can barely afford $1,400. Score history. So with this, you can see the history of the bullishness of gold, for example, right? So we'll look at gold right now. And you can see that it's been sustainably for the last, I wish this could go back further, can it? Yeah, probably. Let's look for the past like 3 months. Like, you can see gold was a little bit, so what we can look at here is what was happening in, you know, early November, late October, to see what happened to gold, just to see if there's any correlation, right? So late October, that's when we started seeing this pullback, right? And you can see that it really correlates to the fundamentals a lot, right? And then we've just been ripping, right? Meow meow. Wanna go outside, bud? Good name, God First. Nice to meet you on Twitter. You might be new here. Yeah, cool. So I wonder if there's a spot that gold actually dipped in the past. You know, I think gold hasn't really dipped. Maybe we'll look at the Nasdaq instead regarding that. But the fundamentals for gold have been absolutely amazing for the past while. So we'd have to go back to 2022 to see a proper dip. But this is the only time that it actually went negative and gold went negative, right? Because naturally, gold is a speculative asset based off of fundamentals, right? People don't really invest in gold based off the chart, right? If you look at the chart, like, there's not much to trade. It goes up mostly, right? It pretty much goes up. So as long as the fundamentals are good, it's going to continue going up. So that tells us then, okay, so if we go the market scanner here, we can look at gold, incredibly bullish right now, right? We don't really care too much about the technical stuff. We want to look at the institutional. Institutions are buying more than they were before, right? This is the only thing that's kind of holding it back, is the economy is supposed to be doing pretty well, right? And the interest rates are going down, so more borrowing means that people are going to be interest rates, yeah. So if you want to look, fundamental analysis, interest rates data, interest rates. We see interest rates are going down, right? So naturally, that's actually better for the NQ, but it can be good for gold too, I suppose. The most important thing that I would be looking at in something like this is probably institutional activity, because those guys know everything, right? If you wanted to only look at one thing, COT data, COT positioning. Where's the NQ? Nasdaq. So 57% is long on the NASDAQ in the COT data. So obviously that's still bullish, but they're always going to be bullish, right? It would be crazy for institutions to be bearish. That would be an incredibly bad sign. Let's look at the data history, for example. If we look at the NASDAQ, you can see that they're pretty much always net long. I wonder if there's a ratio here. Look. Pretty much right here, if you see right here, pretty much always net long. The lowest they get is 50%, basically, right? 49% is the lowest that we've seen in the past 6 months, right? So if you get close to 50%, that's pretty bearish for the market overall, right? Okay. So what's going to happen with gold? Well, probably going to continue going up. And now that it's down today a little bit, right? It might even be wise to just buy more, right? Like you don't need to be invested that much. I already got one here the other day, right? We'll just add another, right? It's come down. So like the thing with gold is you barely even need to check YM. You know, one sec. You barely even need to trade it. Like this is what I really want to teach you guys. If you want to day trade, use prop firms. If you want to make money long term, right? If you want to make the most money, what you do is you long term swing play. And I'm telling you that with over a decade of experience. Okay. The thing that has made me the most money was long term swing playing crypto. Right. I've also moved over into gold and NASDAQ. More recently, within the past 5 years, right? But day trading itself is more of the fun hobby side of things, right? You don't make crazy amounts of money from day trading. You make it from the long-term swings, right? And why is that true? Because you can make almost as much. Like day trading, in theory, you can make a lot more, right? Because you have more opportunities, right? But the reality of us as traders is we're not that good, right? We're not that good to be able to manage our emotions at such a high speed, right? And we're not that good to be able to analyze everything so well, right? So until you get really good, you should mostly be just swing playing. What is this? They changed the trading view is all different now. See this? There's new tabs and whatnot. So on gold, I think we're still pretty set, right? We're looking at, here's a 4 hour. We failed to make the new low, right? So they're probably, let's see what they looked at today. Let me put these sessions back on. Right? Probably just going to pump for the rest of the day, honestly. You want to look at YM. What is YM? It's Dow Jones. Huh? Now I only have about 30 minutes, boys, by the way. I got meetings. Nice oolong Korean tea today. Boys, I fucking love tea, alright? I got this new Sencha. How do you pronounce it? I forget how to pronounce it. Why don't I trade NQ? I do trade the NQ. It's pretty much exclusively what I trade. Yeah, so here, this is if you want to look, let's look at a completely new chart. This is how I would do it, okay? Somebody said check the YM, okay? Dow Jones, right? So first of all, we look at the high time frames. Boom, it's going up, right? Like you don't need to be a genius to realize that, okay, it's going up super good, right? So let's go and then let's look at the Dow Jones in the scanner here, right? Where's the Dow? Here's the Dow, right? So fundamentally, it's actually not very good. Crowd is bullish. COT data is bearish, right? Or they're going down, right? GDP is good. Manufacturing costs kind of torn. Retail sales kind of torn. Why is interest rates bearish? Anyways, this is overall this looks like it's kind of topping, okay, from the fundamental side, right? So we would want to look for signs that it will turn over, right? Now the market can just go up forever, right? Even if it's not super like, you know, it'll just go for a long time. It could. So we want to look for signs that this could be bearish, right? We failed to make a new high here, right? So overall though, right, this is pretty solid. They're bouncing off this level, right? Right. Like, it's probably going to push up to new highs still, right? Yeah, like, you'd probably be wise. You'd probably be wise to be long like this, right? On the Dow. Anyways, let's look at the NQ, see if we can snag a quick trade here. We still have this guy kind of running, right? Where we said, the cat wants in already, bro. What the fuck? Silas! What? Come on. You bugger. Okay. Now let's look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I already told you it's going for new highs, right? Why market volatile? You over risked. There's no such thing as too volatile. You just risk too much. That's all. Do you like matcha? Yeah, I got tons of matcha, bro. I got a few different types. Matcha's crazy expensive, dude. Like, you'll spend. I spent $60 for 10 hits of matcha, and that's when you buy from the store. Like, that's not. That's like the fucking good matcha, bro. I could spend more too and get like the really good stuff, but like that's yeah. NFP, first NFP of the year. Is it NFP's? Yeah, let's look at Forex Factory. Is NFP this week? Oh, this is why job openings are down. But again, jobs don't matter in the age of AI. So we're in a new thing. Couple little pieces of news coming up. Okay, yeah. Yeah, non-farm on Friday, which is the biggest news event of the. It's going to be a big one. Cuz I don't know if they've done NFP in a while. Unless I'm tripping. Cuz I know the government was shut down for a bit, so Right. This looks good, right? Let me just see. So I seen something from Trader Sumo this morning. It's pretty wise. If you see, so this is the Nasdaq, right? So it opened, came up to this level, which is daily high, right? Right? The daily level. They rejected it on the first test, and then they just came and tested a new low and then continued up, right? This is probably the weather today is not horrible. It's just clouds. Um, but it was snowing yesterday, so we're probably gonna get some snow for the next month or a little bit. But so overall, I'm bullish more or less, right? Especially if we get this really good weekly close. But we'll have to watch the weekly close to see how things go. I'm gonna just mark a level here in case we want to reject off that when we come up. That's probably where it's going first. Right, that's where it's going to go today. This trade from Monday kind of played. Or this was Tuesday. This was yesterday on the Maven podcast. The one from Monday was a little weird. The one from Monday was also like the one from Monday was like this, right? We targeted the same target, but it didn't go up that day. We put our stop down here, right? Sir, love from India. Love you too from Canada. Cool, guys. Let's do a giveaway real quick while we're waiting here. I'd love to get a long. That's basically what we're looking at right now. I'd love to get a long on the Nasdaq. With gold, honestly, you could probably just long gold too. We're gonna do longer term swings on gold, longer term swings on Bitcoin. Do I have Nice. I do have some Bitcoin. Okay. So this is where I realized I can trade because I want to use lower. I don't have a huge trading account, right? For a personal account, I've only got like $6,000 in here, right? There's $6,000, right? I had 10 before, took some out. I have more of my money sitting in like just crypto investments, right? And then obviously like Maven holds pretty much all the money. And then we have Maven accounts, right? But for my personal, I need lower margin requirement things. And I finally found something. So if you guys at home are trading from like similar situation to me, you can use this Grayscale mini ETF Bitcoin, right? You can use QQQ and you can use 1 ounce gold, right? These are tickers that might be better for you, right? Maybe we'll add another on this one even, but so you can buy Ripple too if you want Ripple also. Oh, let's do the giveaway. Let's go plus BTC to enter 50K 3-step, bros. By the way, the tier list thing that we did, crazy amount of views. We got some clips from that. So I'm gonna start doing tier lists on streams. We're gonna watch more. We're gonna do some more fun stuff too on streams. We're gonna make stream a little bit better. Probably I just need to reserve like a time slot that'll be better for streams. Like I wonder, can I show you my calendar? I can show you my calendar. Like, here's the thing. This is where I would ideally want to stream. We have a meeting. We have a meeting every morning. I don't know if I can show you this, but it should be fine at church, right? And then I do some boxing and whatnot in the evenings. But 6 a.m. 6:30 is market open, right? So I think, like, I guess ideally I should be streaming early. I just need to change my schedule, right? I should be streaming from fucking 6 to 7:30, honestly, right? Every day. That's what I should be doing. I don't know. Somebody give me some tips on how to. Okay, let's spin this. Like how I will spin this. 50K 3-step from MavenTrading.com. You can get accounts MavenTrading.com if you don't win. Maven Snips, bro. Congrats. Open up a ticket in the Discord, discord.gg/Maven. Cool. This looks like it's gonna make a nice little failure there. Is there a hotkey for this? Yeah, well, I need tips on like how to change my schedule, my sleep schedule. Like I should be going to bed at like fucking, like I don't know how I can never lock in on my sleep, bro. This is the biggest struggle I have, honestly. The biggest struggle I have in my life is locking in on a 5 a.m. wake up. Like my body just will not do it, dude. over especially in the winter, dude, because like over the December break I was like sleeping like 12 hours a day, dude. Like if I go to bed at 9, I wake up at 9. Doesn't matter when I went to bed. I just sleep until fucking 9-10 a.m. 5 or 6 hours is enough. Maybe I'm not healthy. Maybe
a heavy workout before sleeping might help you.
Yeah. You think a workout before sleep might actually let's ask Google. This is buying up. So oh wait, so Bitcoin. Wait, you probably don't want to be day trading this. I wonder how much. Okay, it's like if I just add 1, how much does it move the? Because I don't know where we actually get filled by. Oh, that's pretty bad, especially considering I only have 16 added. I think that probably has a crazy bad spread. That probably has a crazy bad spread. That's the issue with these low margin ones, is you get terrible spreads. I mean, in theory, I could be doing this, but I don't. I want to just do micro trading. I think the 1 ounce gold's not too bad. Yeah, gold's just gonna rip today. Should we'll add one more on gold. That one moved quite a bit too, but it wasn't as many contracts. So okay, M and Q. Oh wow. Okay, this one's ripping up now too. I did want to get a fill, but that just ripped up really quick. I guess they bounced off the 5 minute. Shoot. Okay. Well, they're going to here next. They're probably gonna take a quick little short. Start on the Southern Comfort. Bro, alcohol does not go well with me, okay? That's a surefire way to know I'm not waking up in the morning. ChatGPT, yeah. Oh, what did I want to I wanted to ask, where the fuck is, okay. Okay, let's ask Gemini. Exercise before bed can help you sleep better, reducing the time to fall asleep. Yeah, but as long as I don't have pre-workout though, right? I usually have pre-workout if I'm helps you fall asleep, increases deep sleep. Maybe I should work out. I do boxing and yoga a ton though. Finish vigorous workouts 1 to 2 hours before sleep. Wow. I'm actually, I think reading is probably better for me, honestly. I've been reading at night. But chat LG TV. That's still, you know, yeah, it's gonna rip up to here. Nice. This is why I like, so I'll tell you why I like swing trading, right? Because, like, you can just hold these positions, right? And, like, QQQ, you know, it's up $50 today, right? Like, not a huge deal, right? But $50 today, and I don't have to do anything, right? I didn't do anything for that. I just know that I'm doing a longer term trade, right? And all of these trades, like for the past 3 days, I wanted to long, right? And I haven't been able to enter, right? I'll just go for the espresso. It said, yeah, I'm not European, bro. Europeans, man, they can have espressos and they just go to bed. Seb on our team, man, he's like, I'll have an espresso. And he's like, I'll have 10 a day. Like, what the fuck, dude? Sleeping naked. I already do that, bro. Gold target expected. Yeah, the thing is, there's no target for gold. Like, you're kind of silly if you're targeting things, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, so all of these trades are more or less going to be just like investments in essence, right? We're positionally trading, right? So the difference between swing trading and position trading is swing trading is day trading, but over a longer period, right? Position trading is you have no target, you have no stop loss, right? You add and reduce based off of risk of how high it's getting, right? Or the retail sentiment, etc. So, for example, I, along with many people, position trade Bitcoin, right? What my plan is, so if I were to be swing trading, maybe what I would have done is bought here and sold here, right? And it would have taken a week or two, right? But with position trading, I'm buying here, I'm also buying here, and I'm also buying here, right? I just continue to buy. There's no stop loss. It's an investment that you add and reduce, right? But then as it comes up, I'll reduce here, right? But I'll still hold. I'll probably reduce at all-time highs, and then I'll reduce when it shows me that there's a reason to get out, sort of thing, right? So you can have 2, 3, 4 sort of entries and exits. You're just adding and reducing highs and lows, right? So position trading is the easiest thing ever because you never get stopped out. And it allows your runners to run. Now I wonder, can you do that with day trading? Well, no, because you can't have no stop loss with day trading, right? You have to exit for a loss eventually, right? You have to have some sort of fail safe, right? Because with position trading, you're not really using leverage, or you're using incredibly low leverage, so that like you don't lose, because you could just add more funds to the account, or like there's no chance Bitcoin's coming down here anytime soon, right? So you don't need to worry about that. With it, you kind of need a stop loss when you're day trading, because what happens if market collapses? What is the best platform to invest if you're a position trader? So being a Canadian, you can use Wealthsimple, which is like Robinhood, right? You could use Robinhood, basically, sort of thing. Or I'm using Interactive Brokers for Canadian, right? Which allows me to have, I think it's a 3-to-1 leverage, so it's low leverage, right? Something like that. Nice. Baron is scalping the DAX with DMC and making money. Let's look at the DAX out of curiosity. Yeah. Yeah, whoa. DAX just ripping again. What's interesting is I don't think the DAX has any AI in it. So the DAX actually, like, once the AI bubble pops, the DAX might actually do all right. Obviously, like, everything collapses in a recession, but it might not be as bad as the NASDAQ is going to be. It's probably going to be similar to the S&P sort of thing. The S&P will collapse, but not as bad. See, the NQ gets to our target here. So let's break down this day a little bit so you guys can understand, just so you can see. So this is the market open. Market open chooses bullish, right? They come back down. They retest this area, right? They fail to re-enter it. Okay. They come back and regain the zone, which means you could enter along here, shooting for a new high, right? This is what you would do ideally, right? Shoot for a new high, right? I'm gonna break down exactly what I probably would have done, right? Shoot for a new high, right? Boom, one trade taken, right? Then you have a rejection off of this. This was a high of the daily, so this is an untested daily level, okay? Right. So after you hit that, you broke the new highs, right? You rejected off of it. You made sure that you came for the new lows after that, right? You failed to make a new low, and then again, you would have been able to take a trade off of the retest here, right? And then shot for new highs again, right? Like this. 2 trades. And then you come back down after some sort of rejection, right? Failed to enter this, taking a 3rd trade, right? This would have been, but we missed it because we're dummies. Failed to enter, and then shut for here now, right? And you would have probably put a stop loss here. Right, 3 trades. Three or 4 tips for the market crash time. What traders would do. Yeah, so the market crash is going to happen at some point, right? Whether it happens this year or not, doesn't matter. The AI bubble will pop at some point, okay? Something will pop at some point. It doesn't even have to be the AI bubble. What you need is you need some cash in reserves, okay? And as the market gets more and more exuberant, you want to start selling off, right? Now, we're not in a crazy exuberant state yet. Like, you're not seeing, like with the .com crash, like that was a crazy crash, right? It's not going to crash instantly, right?